Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bachelor Buzz News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. With Chock, to whom she gave her last rose, Golden Bachelorette star Joan is living out some sort of late-in-life fairy tale, yet, she may be taking things seriously because of his well-heeled appearance. It might not be the best explanation. Although it's said that falling in love with a rich man is just as simple as falling in love with a poor one, there is a thin line separating gold digging and being realistic about money. Money will not be the reason for the idealist to pursue someone. When a woman has a no-scrubs mentality, a worldview that was comically immortalized in a song by the girl group TLC, she might ignore some attractive traits in potential romantic partners just because they lack sufficient financial resources. One interesting fact about the well-known song is that Kandi Burruss, star of Kandi and the Gang and The Real Housewives of Atlanta, is one of its co-writers. In any case, the no-scrubs argument makes sense, yet it can also cause heartache. A scrub is a man who is incapable of receiving my affection. Hanging out on the back seat of his closest friend's vehicle. Attempting to yell at me. No scrubs, TLC. Although Joan is sensitive, the lifestyle that Chock can offer is most likely quite enticing. She might be financially secure personally, but unlike Chock, she doesn't publicly display her lavish lifestyle. He appears to be very wealthy, as seen by his buttery soft leather loafers and pale pink preppy blazers. There are reports that he is a millionaire, but that may not be accurate. The Buffalo stance mentality stands in sharp contrast to the cruel but humorous no-scrubs attitude. Nene Cherry is searching for more in that song. She sings, "My love could not be won by a money man. I'm thinking about sweetness." Chock, a citizen of Wichita, Kansas, has moved far away from scrubland thanks to years of success in the insurance sector. He owns a good automobile, a great house, and everything else that is considered successful by society. Joan might think she has discovered a prince of the realm. However, what about the sweetness that Nina sings of? Is that also there? That is a crucial query. It's win-win if Chock has both sweetness and money. No amount of money in the world will make her happy if he doesn't. The occasionally domineering Chock seemed to be truly supporting her at the moment. While Joan was grieving the death of her late husband John Vassos on his birthday, a rack in her wardrobe collapsed. Chock intervened with his tools and resolved the issue for Joan. In the TikTok above, she discussed her Thanksgiving experience. But on November 27th, John's birthday, she recorded a moving TikTok in her automobile by herself. She was still dealing with the devastating loss of her husband. On his birthday, Joan mentioned feeling weird in the presence of Chock's children. Many things were happening, and that day had a lot of moving parts. She was probably on the verge of tears in her car because of this. Maybe he can. He will, if he can, be the man who isn't a scrub, but who possesses that crucial sweetness. He'll provide for all of her requirements. There will always be a cost if she is interested in his money. Although it's improbable, it's not inconceivable that she's drawn to Chock's way of life because she seems lovely, mature, compassionate, and emotionally whole. Joan and Chock are searching for a love nest in New York City, and those are not inexpensive. He lives in a large home in Wichita. He is prepared to make the trip to her Maryland home. All of this is expensive. Being a material girl, Madonna shamelessly embraces the power of money and adores everything it can purchase. She lacks tenderness, though, as she has previously been accused of taking advantage of others, notably the late and incredibly talented painter Jean-Michel Basquiat. Joan might be made of a different material. I hope she is. The only thing that sets Joan apart is her profound life insight. Her husband passed away from pancreatic cancer. Prior to his death, he endured a terrible ordeal. When John's cancer was discovered later, there was no other choice except to undergo an excruciatingly painful procedure. She was devastated because he was condemned to die. She most likely learned what matters most in life from this ordeal. As Billie Eilish sings in Ocean Eyes, she might be searching for a good heart and a diamond mind. It is imperative that Joan, the Golden Bachelorette star, receives a diamond mind in addition to a custom-made diamond engagement ring. Chock Chapel and Joan Vassos, who recently got engaged, discussed whether their first Thanksgiving together was a success for their romance on The Golden Bachelorette. After choosing Chock over Guy Gansert in the season finale, Joan ended The Golden Bachelorette Season 1 by getting engaged, despite her earlier reluctance to do so. Despite their detractors pointing out alleged indications that Joan and Chock's union won't endure, the couple has been flaunting their love on social media ever since they became engaged. They aren't letting the criticism affect them yet. Chock Chapel and Joan Vassos of The Golden Bachelorette spent Thanksgiving in Maryland, but it's unclear if they were able to successfully combine their two families. This year, Joan informed her social media followers just before Thanksgiving that Chock and his children would be staying with her during the holiday weekend. Whether the merging of the two families was successful is the key question now that Thanksgiving is past. Chock posted pictures of several family members on Instagram on the special day. They even displayed some of their Christmas decor, which included a tree and multiple stockings. According to Chock, it was the first significant chance for the Vassos crew and Chapel kids to gather together and celebrate the holidays in Maryland. They had so much to be thankful for, he acknowledged, including his family and the beginning of new traditions. Joan wrote in the comments section that she was thrilled to be able to spend time with Chock's children and that it felt so easy for the two families to be together for a Thanksgiving-sized party. She acknowledged that she was eager for the next time, which is most likely Christmas. Their effective integration of their two families was demonstrated by Joan and Chock's favorable responses at Thanksgiving 2024. The Golden Bachelorette couple must currently stay at either Chock's house in Kansas or Joan's house in Maryland because they haven't yet found a place to call home in New York. It's not a terrible travel experience because the flight from one state to the other takes less than 3 hours, longer if there is a connecting flight. The first significant test of Joan and Chock's ability to manage the holidays as a mixed family was Thanksgiving. According to their Instagram posts, everything seemed to go according to plan, and the couple was thrilled to be able to begin a new custom together before being married. It might have been a poor sign for Joan and Chock's future relationship prospects if their large family get-together had failed. Thankfully, that is not a concern for them. Despite the conclusion of The Golden Bachelorette, there are still concerns about Joan and Chock's compatibility. They haven't given fans any cause to be concerned about their chances of remaining together since the finale. Critics have nevertheless continued to attempt to do so. In the midst of a hectic holiday season and their search for a home together, they are ignoring the commotion and enjoying their great relationship. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.